The rain began as a whisper against the cafe windows and turned into a roar within minutes, swallowing the noise of traffic and drowning the city in silver sheets. By 11:30, the streets outside were almost empty. Neon shop signs flickered against flooded pavement, their reflections trembling with every ripple of water. Armin wiped down the last table slowly, watching the storm through the glass. The cafe smelled of cardamom and damp wood. Chairs were stacked, lights dimmed. His shift had officially ended, but he lingered, as he often did, calculating tips in his head and stretching the quiet for a few extra moments before returning to responsibilities waiting at home. His phone buzzed. A voice note from Mahek. Abu, it's raining so loud. Mrs. Rashid says it's like Allah is washing the sky. A pause. Come home soon, okay. His chest tightened with affection. Soon, Jan, he whispered, though she couldn't hear him now. He grabbed his worn jacket and stepped outside under the cafe's narrow awning. Water poured from the roof like a curtain. The streetlights blurred in the downpour, turning everything into streaks of gold and white. That's when he noticed her. Across the street, near the bus stop, stood a young woman alone. No umbrella, no attempt to shield herself. Her white kurta was soaked through, clinging to her arms. One heel lay broken beside her, the strap snapped. She looked not just stranded, but unmoored. Cars passed without slowing, spraying dirty water onto the curb. She didn't react. Armin frowned. Then she stepped forward, straight into the road. Headlights swung around the corner at terrifying speed. Hey, Armin shouted, already running. Time fractured. He felt water slam against his legs as he crossed the flooded street. The car horn blared, long and furious. He reached her just as the vehicle skidded on the slick asphalt. His hands locked around her waist, and he yanked her backward with all his strength. They fell hard onto the wet pavement. The car swerved, missing them by inches before speeding away. For a moment, there was nothing but rain pounding into his ears. Armin pushed himself up first. Are you hurt? His voice shook more than he wanted. The woman blinked rapidly, as if struggling to process what had happened. Her breath came in sharp, uneven bursts. I didn't see, she stammered. I know. He extended a hand. Can you sit up? She tried. Her ankle buckled immediately. He caught her before she collapsed again. Up close, he noticed details that didn't fit the scene. Her watch alone probably cost more than his monthly rent. Her bag, though soaked, was designer. Her accent when she spoke was polished, educated. Okay, he said firmly. You're not walking anywhere alone. He helped her across the street and into the cafe. Inside, the dim warmth felt almost sacred compared to the chaos outside. He guided her to a booth and hurried to the back. Within seconds, he returned with a towel and a steaming mug of chai. Hold this, he said gently. Her fingers trembled as she wrapped them around the cup. They sat in silence for a minute, listening to the storm hammer against the windows. My name's Armin, he offered finally. She swallowed. Zara. He didn't ask for more. He had learned that strangers sometimes needed space more than curiosity. Her phone buzzed on the table. The screen lit up repeatedly with the same contact name. She flipped it face down, jaw tightening. Someone worried about you, he asked carefully. A humorless laugh escaped her. Something like that. He noticed faint smudges of mascara under her eyes. Not from rain alone. What happened? He asked. She stared at the steam rising from her tea. I walked out of something I was expected to stay in. He waited. An engagement announcement, she said finally. Hundreds of people, cameras, my father's partners, everyone smiling like it was a business merger. Her grip tightened around the cup. It wasn't my choice. Armin leaned back slightly. He had seen wealth from a distance his entire life, but never like this, never sitting drenched and shaking in a cafe booth. You could have taken a car, he said gently. I did, she replied. I told the driver to stop. I needed air. I thought I could walk. I didn't realize how far I'd come. Her voice dropped. I didn't realize how lost I felt. Thunder cracked overhead. He stood and retrieved an old hoodie from his locker. It's dry. She slipped it on without protest, pulling the hood loosely over her damp hair. Why did you run into the street? He asked quietly. She hesitated, then whispered, for a second, I didn't care. The honesty of it hung between them. Armin felt something twist in his chest. He thought of Mahek. Of how fragile life could be. Well, he said after a moment, forcing steadiness into his tone, I care. Her eyes lifted to his. No judgment, no lecture, just a simple truth. The rain softened slightly. He helped her stand, supporting her weight as they stepped back outside. She gave him an address only a few blocks away, an upscale high-rise he'd walked past countless times but never imagined entering. When they reached it, security guards rushed forward with umbrellas. Madam, we've been calling. I'm fine, she cut in. Their eyes slid to Armin, assessing. He helped me, she said firmly. Armin stepped back. You're safe now. She studied his face as if committing it to memory. I won't forget this, she said softly. He shrugged, suddenly aware of his soaked clothes and scuffed shoes. Just be careful crossing roads. A flicker of a smile crossed her lips. Then she disappeared into marble floors and golden light. Armin walked home through thinning rain, his thoughts heavy. When he opened his apartment door, Mahek launched herself into his arms. Abu, you're wet. I wrestled the rain, he teased, lifting her. Later that night, long after Mahek had fallen asleep, he lay awake staring at the ceiling. He wondered what kind of world produced a girl like Zara, surrounded by everything, yet standing alone in a storm. 3 mornings later, sunlight streamed through thin curtains, bright and unapologetic. The storm felt like a distant memory. Mahek sat cross-legged on the floor with a bowl of cereal, watching the television while Armin ironed his uniform shirt. Abu, she called suddenly. Look. He glanced up, and froze. On the screen stood Zara. But not the soaked, shaken girl from the rain. She wore a tailored navy suit, hair styled flawlessly. A sleek podium stood before her, microphones crowded together. Behind her flashed the logo of Rahman Technologies. Daughter of business magnate Farouk Rahman, the news anchor was saying. After leaving her highly publicized engagement ceremony earlier this week, Zara Rahman makes her first public appearance. Armin stepped closer to the TV. Zara spoke clearly, confidently. 3 nights ago, she said, I walked away from a decision that wasn't truly mine. I was overwhelmed, afraid of disappointing people whose expectations have shaped my entire life. Cameras flashed. I left without thinking, and in that confusion, I nearly stepped into danger I didn't see. Armin felt his throat tighten. But someone saw me, she continued. A stranger. He didn't know who I was. He didn't ask. He just acted. Mahek looked at her father with wide eyes. That's you. Armin sank slowly into a chair. Zara's voice softened slightly. That night reminded me that identity isn't built on headlines or contracts. It's built on humanity. So today, I'm announcing the Rahman Foundation's new scholarship initiative, supporting children raised by single parents working in service industries. The banner beneath her read, Full Educational Funding Program Launch. Mahek gasped. Abu, that's us. He let out a shaky breath. On screen, Zara concluded, to the man who pulled me out of the road and into safety, thank you. Because of you, I am choosing my own path. The doorbell rang. Armin and Mahek exchanged startled looks. He opened the door. 2 suited men stood outside. Behind them, a familiar black car idled. Zara stepped out. In person, she seemed both worlds at once, polished, yet unmistakably human. Mr. Armin Ali, one of the men asked. Yes. Zara approached with a small smile. I hope I'm not intruding. Mahek peeked from behind him. Zara's expression softened instantly. You have a daughter. Yes, she's beautiful. Mahek hid shyly. I wanted to thank you properly, Zara said. And invite you both to the foundation office today. Armin shifted uncomfortably. You don't owe us anything. I know, she replied gently. This isn't about owing. It's about honoring the moment someone reminded me that I matter beyond my last name. Silence settled between them. Mahek tugged his hand. Abu, please. He looked down at her hopeful face. Then back at Zara. All right, he said quietly. Zara's smile widened. Not the practiced one from television, but the real one he'd seen beneath rain and fear. As they prepared to leave, Armin realized something profound. He had run into a storm for a stranger. But in doing so, he had shown his daughter what courage looked like when no one was watching. And sometimes, that was the kind of recognition that mattered most.